Hi everybody, this is Tricia Dycka here, and today's topic is going to be when somebody close to you is asking you a question that you are uncomfortable responding to. I'm going to share a story. A couple of months ago I had a family member asking about what direction I saw myself going in, personally and business-wise. This was a conversation that I had when I was exhausted. So hence, my responses were automatic, and they were responses that the other person would accept, and that was the end of the conversation. Meaning, I responded so that it was okay with that person. I hung up the phone. I was exhausted that night. I remember this conversation. I was exhausted. And I realized when I hung up the phone, I went through, the little monster in my head had a field day. Oh, you didn't respond. You didn't tell them exactly what you were doing. Oh, please. It just really did its number. But I only allowed this to take place for a couple of minutes before I put some tips into place. I stopped myself from beating myself up. I took a step back and I said, okay, this is what you did. You didn't respond in a positive light. You didn't really tell this individual what was going on in your life because I was afraid of the ramifications of the conversation. I didn't want to hear it. I didn't want to deal with it. So the next day, I picked up the phone and explained it all. I said, the reason my response was that way was because I was tired and I was not in a clear-headed mindset. I was exhausted and I just really, there are things going on in my life that I don't want to debate and argue with you over. So I was able to put some boundaries and some other tips into place with this individual. And one of the biggest things I learned is when I'm in that kind of frame of mind, when I am that tired, I don't need to answer the phone to certain people. I can call them the next day when I'm clear-headed so that I can answer the way I really want. I can respond that is true to myself and not to shut somebody up. Not give a response to shut somebody up because I really don't want to hear what they have to say. So what I learned from that is A, don't answer the phone when I'm tired to certain people, or B, respond in such a way that is beneficial to both of us. Saying, currently, this is what I'm doing. This is not up for debate. If this is something you don't like, so be it. But I do it without emotion, without heat. Like I don't get defensive or I don't become offensive. And that is something that takes time. That is not an overnight process, please. So if you talk to somebody and you realize the responses you're giving them is really not the responses you would like to give them because you're nervous or you're scared or you're overtired, don't beat yourself up. Don't answer the phone if you're not in a good frame of mind. You can do that. It is okay. And don't beat yourself up if you take a couple of steps back. It's just the process of us being human and making mistakes and learning from those mistakes. And I don't really even, personally, I don't like to call them mistakes. I like to call them obstacles and challenges and how are we going to get over these obstacles and what kind of solutions can we come up with to these challenges? What kind of solutions? If you have any questions, please send them to Tricia at triciadycka.com or any ahas or comments. It's TRICIA at triciadycka, DYCKA.com. Come leave a comment or come check me out at my website at www.triciadycka.com. I hope this helps you and have a great day.